just weigh the power of listening over hearing. Listening demands attention over talent, spirits over ego, others over self. Do you hear or listen? Just contemplate over this thing. We think we listen, but rarely we listen with empathy and true understanding, which embarks the potent force for any remarkable deed. Now I want you all to listen to me. What are the important features of the first order kinetics? What's the essence of knowing all of this? Let's spend few minutes knowing the relevance and answer to these quests held for long. Welcome all to Is Pharmacology Difficult podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Radhika Vijay, MBBS MD Pharmacology, and this is the audio hub to get the best simplified basic tips, strategies, methods, and lots of ideas to learn better, understand better, and make your concepts crystal clear. If you really find, and if there's a question hovering in your minds, is pharmacology difficult? Lend me your ears for a while and let in the magic of knowledge. It's no rocket science that most of the drugs actually follow the first order kinetics of elimination. Now what the heck it is all about? By knowing few characteristics, the concept gonna be crystal clear. The first one, constant fraction of drug is eliminated at a constant time duration. What do you mean by this? Say a drug concentration declines by 50% every 2 hours, and the starting concentration is 50 microgram per ml. In the 2 hours, it's gonna decline by 50%, it's gonna become 25 microgram per ml. In the next 2 hours, it again gonna decline by 50%, it's gonna become 12.5 microgram per ml, and this will continue. Second, rate of drug elimination is directly proportional to the drug concentration. Now the features I just talked about, they are actually of the drugs which do not saturate the elimination process. And what do you mean by the whole of the elimination process and the procedures? I mean they do not saturate the transporters. They do not saturate the enzymes, the blood flow, etc. Third important feature, the plasma half-life of drug stays constant, unrelated to the dose. Fourth important feature, if you graphically plot the fall of the drug concentration against the time, what you get is the plasma fallout curve, and its shape is curvilinear. But again, if you're gonna plot the logarithm of the same values, then what you get is a linear plot or a linear curve. So what a great difference. Until and unless it is not the logarithmic curve or plot, it stays curvilinear, and once it becomes logarithmic, it becomes linear. Fifth important point, it takes around 5 half-lives for one dose of the drug to be eliminated up to 97%. That means after 5th half-life, the 97% of the drug has been eliminated. A steady state level or a plateau level is achieved. And what do you infer by the meaning of the steady state, or what do you mean by the plateau? That means the rate of absorption is equaling the rate of the elimination. Both are equally balanced. Next important feature, if you double the drug dose, the duration of action gonna increase by 1 more half-life. Yeah, that gonna be a bonus thing. Let's get to understand this with an example. Let's start off in the normal routine with a dose of 50 microgram per ml. If it declines by 50% in 2 hours, it's gonna become 25 microgram per ml, and in the next 2 hours, it's gonna reach up to the value of 12.5 microgram per ml, and the drug effect gonna vanish in around 4 hours. I hope that's clear. No complex mathematical thing in all this. It's very, very straightforward. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna double the dose. So the starting dose gonna be, yes, it's gonna be 100 microgram per ml. And in 2 hours, it's gonna reach 50 microgram per ml. In the next 2 hours, it's gonna reach 25 microgram per ml. In the next 2 hours, it's gonna reach 12.5 microgram per ml. And then the drug action gonna vanish. How many hours? Yes, just calculate. It took actually 6 hours, and beforehand it was only 4 hours. So the duration of action has increased by 1 more half-life. What a great achievement, what a bonus point. Now very importantly and unavoidably, let's talk the end note of the episode about the log curve of the drug concentration time curve that I just told you. You remember the shape? No, it's linear. Now just pay attention. We are talking about the log curve of the drug concentration time, and the drug is having a high volume of distribution. Secondly, the drug is obeying first order kinetics. And then the graph or the curve will possess 2 slopes. What does that mean? What 2 slopes? One slope gonna be alpha phase and the other slope gonna be the beta phase. Let's get to know in depth about these phases. The alpha phase is an early phase. It comes earliest. It is very fast declining phase, and it owes all its existence to the process of distribution. The next phase is the beta phase. It comes late. It's the next or the second phase, and it gradually declines, and it owes its existence to the elimination process. So all in all, you are getting 2 half-lives for the drug. One is the distribution half-life denoted by the alpha phase, and the next is the elimination half-life denoted by the beta phase. So the total half-life is the sum total of the distribution phase and the elimination phase, that is alpha phase plus beta phase. But you might have noticed in your day-to-day discussion talks that you are talking only about 1 half-life of the drug, right? What's that, and why do we talk about that? Because in practice, elimination half-life, that is the beta slope, that is more prominent, it is much important, and it is the much more in vogue term. It is the more talked about term. But always remember, the total half-life is the sum total of the alpha and the beta slope. Now, should I give you the calculation of the half-life? Yes, are you expecting that? Well, I think I should dedicate one full episode to this much respected and regarded topic of the half-life. I'm sure you agree with me. So let's set this enunciation into recess. It's Tuesday. Make the most of your versatile talents today. For all the updates and latest episodes of my podcast, please visit www.ispharmacologydifficult.com, where you can also sign up for a free monthly e-newsletter of mine. It actually contains a lot of updates about medical sciences, drug information updates, and my podcast updates also. You can follow me on different social media handles like Twitter, Insta, Facebook, and LinkedIn. They all are with the same name, Is Pharmacology Difficult? If you are listening for the first time, do subscribe and follow whatever platform you are consuming this episode. Stay tuned to rate and review on iTunes, Apple Podcast. Stay safe, stay happy, stay enlightened. Thank you.